Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T Gamer Show, episode 74, part 3. Today I'm reviewing Donkey Kong 64 from the Nintendo 64. Now if you haven't watched part 1 or 2 yet, you've missed absolutely loads. I've already talked about the story, the multiplayer, the graphics, the controls, the music, the gameplay, and some of the good stuff about this game in parts 1 and 2. I also showed off some of the levels in parts 1 and 2. So if you haven't watched part 1 or 2, you've missed quite a bit. So please watch those parts before you watch this part so you don't get confused. Now, let's pick up where I left off. Now I'm going to talk about the Kongs. In the game, there are 5 Kongs to play as. And all the Kongs have several special abilities that you can use to your advantage. And they also have special moves. Please load up a file and I'll show you the Kongs. You have 5 Kongs in the game. Let's have a look at Donkey Kong first. Now Donkey Kong, he's quite a powerful character. He's one of the strongest characters in the entire game. His jump's not bad. He's got a nice backflip. There's a coconut gun to blast at people. With a ground pound move. And he can roll. He can also do an earthquake sort of move. That's basically. Also, Donkey Kong can turn invincible when he goes into the crystal barrel. Okay, the next character I'm going to show you, this is Chunky Kong. Chunky Kong is probably the strongest character in the entire game. He's very heavy, he's got loads of muscle, and he's quite a powerful character. He can't jump too high. What moves he got? He's played jump, backflip, punches, powerful punch. If you jump into the crystal barrel with this guy, he becomes twice his usual size and can basically kick the crap out of anything. He's a really strong character. Okay, so we've got Diddy Kong now. Diddy Kong is one of the more agile members of the group. He's pretty darn quick. His attacks are kind of weak. You know, if you want to take down certain enemies with this guy, he may take a while. He's got some peanut pistols. Chug Chug has a pineapple launcher. All the Kongs can also throw grenades, which look like orange for some reason. One special move that Diddy Kong has is the jetpack. Let me just show you it. Now that I've found the crystal barrel, I can show you Diddy Kong's jetpack move. Now the jetpack is a good move, but it's one of the most difficult moves to control. Just give me a second. I use the A button to operate the thrusters. You use the thumbstick to move you around, aim it to go up, and if you go up A, you go down. Shoot your peanut pistols, you press the B button. And it's quite a difficult move to control. So it's not my favourite move of the entire game. But it does come in handy once you get the hang of it. Okay, let's look at Tiny Kong now. Now, Tiny Kong is probably the most agile of the group. Also, she's the only girl in the entire Kong family. Here we go. This is Tiny Kong. Now, Tiny Kong has her own selection of moves. She can shrink her size so she can become very small and crawl through gaps. She can backflip. She can hover. She's just a very, very agile Kong. She's quite good. Now, the last Kong I want to show you is probably the funniest out of the group, is Lanky Kong. Lanky Kong is a very well-balanced character. One of his best special abilities is his long, stretchy arms. He can use these to reach far-off objects, and they're really useful in the King K. Rool fight. Other moves that he has, he can hit people up in the air, just like the other Kongs. Most of the Kongs have very similar moves from each other, if you haven't noticed. They can walk in his hands, so the handstand move is basically used to climb up steep cliffs. That's basically all I can say about all the Kongs. And basically say that most of the Kongs are very good. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the collectibles in this game. In this game, there are several collectibles that you can collect. In total, there are 200 golden bananas to collect. There are 40 blueprints to collect. 1 Nintendo coin. 20 banana fairies. The banana fairies, if you take a picture with your camera, and once you get enough of them, you can unlock a special extra in the game. Another collectible that you can get is the banana medallions. The banana medallions, these are a special item which, once you collect 75 standard bananas in a level, you'll get a banana medallion. And these medallions unlock a special minigame. The boss keys, well, quite obviously, these are the keys that you get from defeating all 8 bosses. Once you've defeated all 8 bosses, you can free the big crocodile and finally take down King K. Rool. The battle crowns, this is just a newer collectible that you get from doing the battle squares. The battle squares is a tiny minigame that appears in most levels. Presses their button on it, and you have to fight 7 enemies at once and survive for a certain time limit. So there are all the collectibles in the game. The last thing I want to talk about in this part is the musical instruments. Now, every Kong has their own musical instrument. Donkey Kong has the bongos, Diddy Kong has the guitar, Tiny Kong has her saxophone, Chunky Kong has a triangle. I'm just going to show you Lanky Kong's instrument here. Lanky Kong's instrument is the trombone. Now, the instruments have several uses themselves. They can be used to activate switches, and they can also be used to destroy enemies. So they're quite a good power-up. Also, every time you collect an instrument, you will also be rewarded with a watermelon. The watermelon is your health bar. There's about 4 watermelons in the game, but I've only collected 3, but I still managed to finish the game. Now, I'm very sorry, YouTube, but I've run out of time again. So please join me in part 4 of my Donkey Kong 64 review, where I will finish off reviewing this game. Until then, alright.